Chapter 6. The Furniture That Went Mad. In the early hours of Whit Monday, Mr. and Mrs. Hall rose and went noiselessly into the cellar to check the stock of their beer. Suddenly, she realized that she had forgotten the bottle of a soft drink in their room. So Mr. Hall went upstairs to get it. He noticed that the stranger's door was ajar. Ajar means it was left open. He took the bottle from his room, and on returning he noticed the bolts of the front door had been shot back. He remembered that they were fixed the previous night itself, and immediately he connected it to the open door of the stranger. He went upstairs to the stranger's room, and as expected he found no one there, only the garments spread over bed and the hat put in a way as if someone wore it. Upon calling his wife, he moved downstairs into the cellar and told her about it. She went upstairs to see it herself. They recalled that they heard the front door open and shut, but seeing nothing there, they didn't bother it at that time. While they were on the staircase, one behind another, they heard a sneeze. Mrs. Hall thought it was Mr. Hall, while he thought it was she. She heard a sniff close behind her, but she was surprised to see Mr. Hall a dozen feet away. She put her hands on pillow and under the clothes, and she remarked that he has not been here for long, as it was so cold. His bed was cold. Suddenly the clothes piled up together and started jumping as if someone is throwing them with a hand. Then his hat was dashed at Mrs. Hall's face. The chair threw the stranger's coat and trousers and was up in air, taking target at her. They heard a laugh and a voice that matched of the stranger's. She screamed and turned because of the charge. It forced them to leave the room, and then the door slammed violently and locked. Mrs. Hall was almost in a fainting condition. She wondered if it was spirits. Mrs. Hall commanded to lock him up. She thought he put spirits into the furniture. As the sunshine broke, Sandy Wagers was called to confirm if it was a witchcraft. Apprentice of Mr. Huxter too came out, and with him he wanted the facts to be collected first before entering the room. Suddenly they saw the stranger descending the staircase, made them all look at the bottle of sarsaparilla hard by the cellar door, and fastened back to his room and slammed the door. Mr. Wagers told Mr. Hall to demand explanation from the stranger for such a behavior. Mr. Hall gathered strength and rapped open the door and said, "Excuse me." The stranger replied, "Go to devil and shut that door behind you." That's all for this. Thank you.